Giving a voice to the voiceless, we share the stories behind our freedoms and the ultimate sacrifice of those who protect us all. This is Patriots Inside The Wire.
Someone who was willing to give his life for his country and served honorably in Iraq.
Beautiful thing to see the family and friends come together and honor his life and his service to our country.
Great to see you guys out here. This is awesome, really.
Welcome to the Patriots Inside The Wire broadcast, hosted by Gold Star Mom, Tracy Two-Step.
Well, welcome to the show, everyone out there. This is a Tuesday Tribe show. The tribe has gathered at Patriots Inside The Wire for a live show with a special, very humanitarian subject that we wanted to give you for Boots on the Ground. This is Uncle Rhino tonight, co-hosting on Patriots Inside The Wire. How are you doing, Uncle?
I'm doing good, sweet girl, and I hope everyone who's watching is having a wonderful Tuesday. We made it past Monday, and we're already winning.
Amen. I got you there. We've got Canada. I see you there. Thank you, Brent. Please share. Please let everyone know. We're about to bring you some information from an individual that, I'm just going to let him go there about it, Uncle. So I say we go ahead and bring up, his name is Mr. Michael Gregory. Now, Michael Gregory.
I would jump in, Tracy, and I would say he's not just an individual. He is an icon in the Hollywood scene. He is an acclaimed actor and an all-around phenomenal human being. He and I never had a chance to meet each other face to face, but when I was out in his backyard, we crisscrossed some of the same places, and all around, he's a jam-up, stand-up guy and very reminiscent of when Hollywood truly was a magical place, because people like him were the backbone of it.
Well, you're exactly right. And the way that I came across Michael is a veteran, the Hollywood Post Legion 43, with all of our California families out there with the wildfires. The Post, the Legions, our service members, our Patriots, are good people. Patriots is in here for good people. So thank you for that, Unc. I'm glad that we've got you taking care of our guest here. So Mr. Michael Gregory, welcome to the show on Patriots Inside the Wire. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, my attitude is every day's a holiday. We're up and walking around. And so I'm doing good. And today, one of the things that we were able to accomplish, as I mentioned, we had donations at the Post for people affected by the fire, and we have an abundance of clothes. We got a full truckload in last night, and the commander said, "Boy, we're overloaded with this." I said, "Let me do something here." And I called a gentleman named Joe Leal. He started Vet Hunters, a motorcycle organization that went out into Griffith Park and other areas where homeless were. We brought them food, blankets, or if they wanted to come out, he helped get them housing. I called him and I said, "Joe, we have all this clothing." He said, "That's great." He said, "We have put up 200 men and women veterans at the Bob Hope Patriotic Hall downtown. They've got cots there. They're all there." He said they showered today, but they had to put on their dirty clothes.
Wow.
Joe called one of the battalions, the reserve battalions. They came by with one of the new giant trucks, loaded up pallets, and took it to the people there. And so that was just today. Not to mention all the other, we've got people coming in, picking up stuff, taking it to other places where they need it. And so I'm honored to be a part of this post. They are amazing.
Well, thank you so much, sir. I wanted to let everyone know. So the Hollywood Post 43 is pretty iconic in itself. Number one, a beautiful speakeasy room in addition to it. But if you don't know and you're joining the show or understand when we say Legion or Post, these are your local area locations that serve for our veterans in the community, But you don't just have to be a veteran. So this post, Hollywood Post 43,
American Legion.
American Legion. I was definitely going to say it, or I would definitely get it. The American Legion has been stepping up for our residents there in California with these wildfires, sir. And we got to talk a little. So when you mentioned Hollywood Post 43, the American Legion has been housing and storing items, food, water, clothing, and just going to answer the call, as well as our first responders, our firefighters. But the American Legion itself is literally has been packed wall to wall with the work that you're doing there as well. The food, the World Kitchen, coming in and taking care of. We want to make sure we get the real information on who's on the ground. A lot of people are saying, Tracy, where would we give to? Where would we go to support? You know what? The American Legion, Hollywood Post 43, is involved in everything going on in that area. Michael, you mentioned something to me that I did not have. And can you give us that information? You were discussing the animals. That
Oh,
yes.
that is, we have, first of all, they're trying to get a lot of these animals fostered. There are 450 animals taken in so far. That's dogs, cats, birds, tortoises, peacocks. And the Pasadena Humane Society is the one that is doing that. But, that's who I would suggest in terms of donating. But the fact of the matter is that the horses, there are a number of equestrian centers that have taken them in. I mean, wherever people can help, this would be great. But the Pasadena, Pasadena, humane.org is where you can go to, and you'll be able to donate there. That is, I've got a cat. We've had a lot of cats, a lot of dogs, and again, they are sometimes the only friends that some people have. And we find that with a lot of veterans. They have a dog, and that is the closest soul that they have. So this is real important. And if you can help, even if you have access to food, that's another thing. I didn't mention that in at the Post, we also have a great deal of food. We have a theater that costs $4 million to build, and it is covered. All the seats in the theater are now covered with clothing. And what we've done is we have divided it into small, medium, large, extra large, and then also either by male or female, children, preteens, etc. And so these are in the boxes that are ready to go when somebody says, we need. So they need diapers, they need Pampers, they need body wash, they need children's wipes, whatever people can donate, or if they just say, I'm sending you money, which always helps. And we wish you would use it for this. And again, we're happy to do that and to serve the community and let me also mention that it's not only veterans that are volunteering to do all this work with the clothing, the people that have come in. There is a group called LA Chefs for Relief. They are using our kitchen downstairs. They have already served a couple of thousand meals, mostly for our first responders. And over the next 2 days, we'll be doing somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 meals. And so that's LA Chefs for Relief. And,
Hey, Mike.
Yes, sir.
No, sir, you don't say sir to me, sir. Not at all, sir. I say it to you, my man. And we appreciate what you're doing for being that lighthouse out there, buddy. I want to say right now, just to clarify for a lot of the folks at home, because I've been in we'll call it the suck. I've embraced the suck before myself. So I'm very familiar with what you guys are walking through each day out there. So I will say, for clarity, for those who've never been touched with something like this, when it comes to the humanitarian needs that we need for the people, just to your point, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but I'm thinking we really need first, and the first 3 priority items to be donated are going to be baby formula, like Infamil, the powdered kind. We need Pampers. We need women's hygiene products. Those are the top 3 that you always need in a disaster. You need diapers, you need powder formula that we can keep protected when it's not requiring climate control. And then we need something that, like I said, for the hygiene for the women to help them from having any kind of other issues. And then from there, when we tell people that we're loaded up with clothes, that hits an artificial stop sometime with folks. Once all the melee stops, it will be staggering how quickly all this clothing immediately gets snatched up by people, because there will be such a deficiency of it once the melee stops. We're in the middle of the melee right now still. Everyone's still wondering which direction we just got sucker punched from, and we're rocking back and forth just trying to stay on our feet and hold each other up. So once we get past that, that's when the stand back up collectively and the recovery really begins. And along with other things, trying to track down points of origin and places, things like that, that'll happen on other channels. It's going to be about trying to just stack people back up to get through from this morning to this evening, and then from tonight to tomorrow morning. And so the clothing, the soaps, like you're talking about, to keep things clean, because it's going to be very difficult for people to keep things hygienic and clean. Obviously, water is always a tremendous necessity, the bottled water. And I'm sure that Walmarts and Costco's and all them are sending 18-wheelers by the fleet. Patriot Express, I've always done a lot. I've had great experiences with them, and I've not had this confirmed, but I'm willing to bet they're somewhere in the middle of what y'all got going on out there, bucking and hauling those pallets of water,
I wouldn't be surprised. I have not been involved with who has been donating. We have, walls. We have walls of water. And again, most of the delivery points are not taking clothes now because they are inundated. They can't even handle it. And so
they'll be begging for it in about 3 months. They'll be might not even be that long. Might be I bet you about 40 days, 45 days. As soon as we get the last little fire put out, everybody's going to be hollering for stuff. Yep.
Well, tonight, thank you, Uncle. I agree with everything you're saying. One thing I do know, so I'm going to say a shout out here to TK right now. She was trying to gather those clothes, and there is wall-to-wall clothing, literally. There have been some very generous donations. So please, the clothing right now to the American Legion Hollywood Post 43 is stacked wall to wall. We are grateful to hear that. So we definitely don't want to bring it to the American Legion right now. But Michael, as far as the food, the animals, again, that I've got that scrolling, everyone, right now at the bottom of the screen, the Pasadena Humane.org, and that's for the animals. So finding them a home.
Also, non-perishable food, because we can always use that. The firefighters ask for power bars and Gatorade, and we take care of that as much as we can. Underwear and socks. That's another biggie. And the fact is, thank you for the kind things you said about me. I was during Vietnam era, I saw no combat. And I half joke about it, but the fact of the matter is there is a certain sense of guilt of having served and not having been in combat. That keeps me more involved with the military today than I was when I was in.
You didn't choose. I just, from an outsider talking to you, sir, I'm a little bit younger than you, not by much, and not nearly as good looking. But I'll tell you right now, straight up, you stepped up and you said, "I will defend this country against all threats, foreign and domestic, all enemies. Okay. You wrapped yourself in the colors. You said you would. Now, it was out of your power, out of your control where you were deployed or if you were at all. Okay. You did your part. So you didn't have anything to do with that other, where your location was. So that's not on you. And it's just a further validating my point about you with saying you understand, you served. Okay. You did you did the job they asked you to do. Now you said my job wasn't as hard as his job. And you made that decision, Mike. You made that decision yourself. And so you have been a phenomenal, beautiful, just like Gary Sinise. I mean, you guys are out there serving those who have served so hard. And you're serving, you are a servant king. That's what you are. And so a crown don't make you a king. It's how you lift up everybody around you. That's what makes you a king. And that's what you are. And that's why I said what I said.
Thank you. I will settle with Prince if it's okay with you. There are some real kings out there that have done much more. I do what I can. I'm with the Screen Actors Guild Military Committee. I'm the celebrity liaison for the Stars and Stripes Foundation.org, the American Legion Riders, and anything else that I can do to support our veterans and our military, and now to support the people in my community. And it's unfortunate that it takes disasters to bring people out to want to help other people. They forget.
We're built a certain way. I don't know. This is part of divine design, possibly, that we are designed to blossom into the absolute best version of ourselves when hell rises up. I don't know why it has to be that way. Tracy may know this. You do not, sir, but I'm on the board of directors for Storm Search and Rescue, tactical response, security, as well as search and recoveries. And we have Rob Lurie out of Michigan is the founder of this relief team that we have, and we've been working all on the eastern side of the United States. Primarily, we did do some stuff up in the Dakotas when they needed us. We've been all over the country, but we never went past the Colorado, right? So basically, you have brothers and sisters all over your country who are watching you. Mine stay back because everybody has that initial itchy jump to all dive in right in the beginning, but everyone has their gas tank needle that's going to run on empty. And when that's done, if everyone's spent on the first wave, what do you got for round two? Right. So there's a lot of us holding back that are waiting until we get the flare and then we go wheels up. Right. So this particular situation, we've been watching it really closely, all of us. And a PSA, you just touched on it also about this, but I would like, from your perspective, again, tell me if I'm crazy, but I've seen in hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, fires, earthquakes, and bad man-made disasters, civilization has made us always think it's somebody else's job for our safety and somebody else will take care of it. And so no one is ever prepared. They like, I'm good. My refrigerator's full till they lose power and their refrigerator's useless. And so they have dogs on chains, on ropes outside or in dog houses and pens. They have horses in corrals. They have little hobby farms. They have all these things, fish in tanks. They've got birds, whatever, just like you said. And the minute that a hurricane hits or the floodwater comes in, the dog can't get away because it's tied on a rope. And the people panic and they run off and leave. And the member of the family doesn't understand why they just got left. And they don't understand what's happening. Same thing for the horses, for the cats, for all the living things, you know. And so people have to factor in all members of their family and be pre-planning on transport as well. Or if you can't do that, set them free. So many horses, cats, so many of I know from Texas, so many things, they better at getting away than I am, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right. No, you're not crazy. You're right. Right on.
Had a lag there, but we're back here on Patriots Inside the Wire right now with Mr. Michael Gregory and Uncle Rhino here tonight with music, Bottle Rocker Records, search and rescue teams. I want to do this. We have to definitely say our first responders that are on the ground right now at the fire department, even in Pasadena and other areas. Michael, the reason that I grabbed you is that when I got to talking to TK, there's a misconception about where these fires are in California, that the people there will have the money to just go take care of things. And now I'm a truth teller, so I have to bring this up, and this is the reason we're here tonight, is because that is not the case. The case is there are people displaced. There are homes gone, everything you can imagine that could have been given to them. It does not mean that everyone there has just a bank full of money that they can just give away. That is not the case. This is for people displaced, and the animals. I really want to stress this, the animals that have got to go somewhere. And that is the Pasadena Humane.org. And again, the Hollywood Post 43, the American Legion, and what they are doing for the California wildfires here tonight. We want to make sure that you understand that, Michael, you mentioned the program. I did check that out in World Kitchen, and the 71 volunteers out of nowhere came, gathered food out of the Post, Hollywood Post 43, American Legion, and just you come together as a community. It should not take something like this for us to come together. You are correct. But you know what? I said, we have got to get the truth out there. We've got to get the true patriots who really are hands-on and let everybody know. You know, the comment was also made to me. Again, remember, everybody, I'm a truth teller. Well, shoot, the Red Cross is there and all these other people. What about this other area? And I said, no, you don't understand. That's not how it works. So there are animals and people, as you mentioned, Michael, that have not showered. They got a shower, but they had to put back on clothing that was not clean. I'm telling you, I'll bring up some pictures here in a little bit, but the homes that are destroyed weren't just a home. The possessions in there, the memories of their family, everything is just gone ablaze. So when everything is wiped out, you have access to nothing except your community. Your community at the American Legion Hollywood Post 43 and the Pasadena Humane Society at pasadenahumane.org for the horses, the cats, the dogs, the birds, as you mentioned, Michael. I want to make sure they understand that. And the local fire department is not just local. There are people from all over the United States on the ground right now for these fires. It is not a small wildfire. If you've been paying attention, this is wiping out beyond a blaze. I know that was not supposed to be for fire, but Michael, you want to touch on that?
Well, Altadena is a city that is closer to Pasadena. They were totally wiped out. And those are not people with a lot of money. Those are people who have property that go back 4 generations, and they have lost everything. And again, even the people that have the big houses, as you said, sometimes they were handed down, and sometimes they were producers who made a lot of money at one particular point in time, but they have trouble paying their mortgages now. And so they may be in worse shape than somebody who just has a little place in the valley. And so it's, you know, I've seen the trolls on the internet who talk about, yeah, well, it was the rich people. And it's like, I don't know what kind of sick thinking they have, but the fact of the matter is that it was the people. And it's about, where is your humanity? And we even got lunatics here who've been trying to start fires. They have arrested people over and over again who are trying to start them. My thinking is a little futile in terms of finding somebody doing that. And so I can't discuss exactly what I would like to do, but the fact of the matter is that they're even bothered to arresting them doesn't make any sense to me. But
that's you're not you call it feudal if you live in California. You call it Western if you live in Texas. And the way we handle that stuff is we just don't have the repeat offenders. Okay, they're not around to do it. I think we're witnessing something that I don't think any of us saw in our lifetime coming. Because I had given up on an awakening happening in the United States. I thought that, easy times make weak people. Yep. And even Texas wasn't the Texas I left, that I grew up, and I carried it inside. And just like, you remember the story of the frog and the boiling water, and the water slowly, the temperatures increase slowly. All my family and my friends and all the people in Texas that stayed there and never left, they slowly acclimated with that water. But I left and Texas was frozen inside. It never changed. It was still howling and roaring and screaming in here. And then I came back after a couple of decades and I was shocked. I was completely shocked. What Texas was when I came back was basically what Jersey was at the time I left Texas. I mean, it was just a lot of the cultural behaviors and things that they wouldn't have stood at any point when I left Texas. So, and it's not just a Texas thing, it's across the whole country. We lost our way, and we have a powerful awakening that's currently happening. And sadly, a lot of as you were talking about, the trolls, the people who are just vile, a lot of this is part of it, I think, where you have this rebuke, but it's not appropriately placed. It's not appropriately targeted on the people that have been the point of origin for the pain. The ire is not placed appropriately where it should be. And so innocent people just catch the hits, from Arizona and Nevada all the way over to the Carolinas. They have been beat up for the last 40 years, but between New York and LA, pretty much, in San Francisco, they've been beat up. They feel beat up. They feel like they've been overlooked. They've been told that they're ignorant, they're backwards. The two coasts, the east and left coasts, have done everything in their power to lose the loyalty of everybody that lives in between them by the way that they've treated them. And yet we still support them because neither one of them have industries if it's not for all the states that are in between the two. Mm-hmm. So, and so right now, I think there's no ignorance is running amok. We're drowning in information and being smothered by ignorance in the information age. And it's one of those things where I'm seeing all these people who are hostile towards California, or they're like, you're getting what you deserve. Well, you don't understand that 90% of the people there lived their whole lives there. They didn't know any different. They never had the opportunity, or they never went east. They never got to see other parts of the country. They heard just as much bad stuff about us as we heard about them. And they just tried to make simple livings. They might live in a house that's 1,100 square foot and $500,000, but that's just because everything's been so mismanaged. That has nothing to do with the people on the ground. And so that they need our help to pull them out of this. They need our help. If you really want to help change California, this is where you do it. You step forward and you be a lighthouse 100%, just like Mike. You step out there and you're throwing it out there. You're not placing judgment. You're just throwing out a hand. And the only time you look down on somebody is when you're picking them up. That's all I got to say. And I'm stepping off my damn soapbox, bro.
Amen.
Well,
Amen.
Michael, again, we've had TK a couple of times give us some messages here, and I want to say thank you to her, of course. She was like me. Monday we had a show, and I decided we're going to redirect our efforts and everything we were working on, because of not only do we have the animals that are, I mean, we have to understand this. It's horses. It's animals that need to go somewhere. We have your basic necessities, and the fire departments, the people on the ground are in need of help and care too. So the actual Hollywood American Legion, the Post 43, has literally had their walls to wall full of items and people and food and taking care of their community. And that's what it's about. It is about the heartbeat of the community, Michael. And we appreciate everything you're doing. I say thank you for your service. Anyone that signs on a dotted line like that, and you have no idea if that's an ultimate sacrifice, a blank check in itself. So I believe that we have our freedoms and rights due to this. So your American Legion is full of those individuals that gave you those freedoms and rights. And now we just step up as a community of people, the heartbeat, and we take care of each other. Right, Michael?
Yes, and I also want to make sure that that we let people know, just as Uncle Ryan was saying, that just because we are packed to the walls in many ways now, the stuff is going out as quickly as it's coming in. We have, as I said, too much clothes right now, and none of the places are taking clothes. But we continue to need donations because the winds have picked up and are picking up, and there are fires that have started in other areas already. So we don't know what's going to happen over the next couple of days. And so if you were thinking of donating, don't stop because you've been told we are packed to the walls.
Well, true.
We need your help.
You sure do. So right now we've got the American Legion, Hollywood Post 43. You can definitely give to your American Legion. That's one of the ways you can do that. The very people that signed on that dotted line, taking care of our first responders in our community. And again, the Humane Society is PasadenaHumane.org. I've got it scrolling there again for our animals to take care of them. You know, I have a tip for you here. Running my organizations, the hotels, the hotel industries have a lot of travel soap. Literally, you can go to them and ask them literally for a box of their travel soaps, shampoos, and conditioners, and they will turn right around and hand it to you. We did this for deployed troops at home and abroad by taking care of people. And they gladly and gratefully will turn around and donate their small soap, shampoos, conditioners. And that is one way you can get your soaps and to help the individuals, Michael, is your hotels there. And that's another industry I happen to know a lot about. So anybody listening to us right now, your hotel around you, you can call them up and say, can you please give that to the American Legion Post 43, Hollywood Post 43. If you're on Instagram right now and you're paying attention, you literally can go to Hollywood Post 43, check them out. The Pasadena Humane for your animals. But Michael, everything that we have said, Uncle, everything you're saying about people and the things that we do, it is about that heartbeat. Keep the heartbeat of that community going. But I recognize what you said with the soaps there. That's a tip, everyone. It's from doing a lot of deployment boxes that are for troops while they're deployed, and they will gladly give that to you. So TK, I know, is paying attention right now. TK, the hotel industries all around you right now, where you're at, I know where you're at, TK, and on your drive over to where Michael is there around the Pasadena area and anywhere in California in need with the wildfires, every hotel on your way there will literally gladly give you, I'm not going to say 1,000%, but I have never had one turn me down literally for soap and shampoo and conditioner. They have them stocked to the walls. There's your answer for that. Your animals, the PasadenaHumane.org.
And one more thing, there is an organization called the Warrior Heritage Foundation.
Okay.
And they are the ones who are actually setting up the thing at the Bob Hope Patriotic Hall. And so if people will go up on the internet and take a look at what they do, they're also another worthy organization. Not that there aren't many of them out there, but this is another one that I personally endorse.
Now, Michael, is that warriorheritagefoundation.org or .com?
You know something? If they just put that Warrior Heritage Foundation in Google, it will come up and tell you what it is. It's probably org, and I should know that. But
nope, I've got it.
Well, the cool thing is with these, and the public needs to know, in situations like this isn't, we ran into some issues like this with entities, some of the big established ones like the Red Cross and places like that back through the years, where they've taken in all this money and it didn't go where it was supposed to go. And anytime you have people like that, it gets real sour. And if they, you know, I had someone once from one of those organizations tell me, you know, how dare you speak ill against what we're currently doing? I said, well, if you were doing so good, there wouldn't have been the need to spin off these other 5,000 other organizations back here. That should tell you something. Yeah. Okay. Especially when you have all the government partnerships and you're tracking all your problems back to that kind of bureaucracy. You know, it's just not working. And we need people who are fast on their feet, who are light militias, who can move swiftly and can get to the people and back up each team. You may be a different team, but you're backing up this team. And we need that same mindset with all of our nonprofits. It's not about whose name is on the front page of the paper. It's about what did we accomplish while we were all here at the same place. And if we do that, then each organization learns that they can lean on each other. We become a confederacy of humanity. We become a total amazing patch quilt blanket that wraps over the entire community, and we're backing each other up. And it's the adage, alone I go faster, together we go farther. That's what we're doing collectively. And so Samaritan's Purse, I love those guys. I've seen them do phenomenal things. The Heritage Foundation you're talking about, Operation First Response, and we could literally eat up the next hour and a half between all of us picking our brain and calling the people we know, and everyone that we would talk about would be a vetted, jam up, real organization. Storm Search and Rescue that I'm a part of is one of them. There's so many that the money that comes in doesn't go to salaries. It doesn't go to any kind of, it's, if you got $100,000 comes in, you know, 99,000 and change goes right back out, you know, and that's just because somebody probably fueled up all the diesel trucks and loaded it up to go, you know what I'm saying? So there's so many that are so many just like that. And anyone that you're working with right now firsthand, we want to hold them up. We want them to be recognized.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Ryan.
Most definitely. We've been getting out a lot of information here, and I'm receiving messages that are flooding in, and I want to say thank you to everybody that's literally tuning in. I can see your messages, and I'm getting to those. So I keep repeating to literally, they loved the part about going to the hotels, Michael, for the soaps and to get cleaned up, and the bars for our first responders and some Gatorade. But there's
toilet paper. Throw that in there.
That and animal food. So you've got your people that need the food, but the animals not only need a place to, like a foster temporary place to be housed, the food it takes for them too. Let's not forget about them as well. So we have hopefully given you quite a bit, and what it's coming out of right now, again, it's the California wildfires. It is Hollywood Post 43, the American Legion, our veterans, our first responders, our community, the heartbeat of America. We take care of each other. That is how we get this done. And I just say thank you for everything that you're doing, Michael, and everyone there.
Thank you for putting the word out, and thank you for all the things you said. God bless you.
Well, when we wrap, when this show's over, Tracy, connect Mike with my contact information, and I'd like to have yours if that's okay, Michael, because I want to actually practice what we've been preaching on here. Once the cameras are off, then we can really get to work.
True.
Love it.
True. So, Michael, if with your permission, I will do an email that will include both of you. And tonight's show is live. This show will stay around. So anyone paying attention right now, click that share button and send this. You can send this in a direct message. You can share it on social media. This is not only a live broadcast, it goes out as a podcast as well. So all of this information, the reason that I will repeat this again, PasadenaHumane.org. You have the Warrior Heritage Foundation that you can look up and give to, but the Hollywood Post 43, the American Legion, our true heroes, the first responders, those who serve, but the patriots, the people, giving back to those in need. We cannot classify a need by where someone's zip code is. We classify it by the horrendous situation that is happening, and we just get to work and we take care of them. And I definitely am so happy that TK, she's on her way. She's taking a trip, everyone, and she is going to call and step by the hotels, and she is on her way. And she mentioned the animal food, and her and I were talking about the animals. That's how I got to Michael Gregory, not only a veteran, but an acclaimed actor from, listen, I don't know all of you out there what age you may be, but Total Recall, RoboCop, General Hospital is one that was mentioned to me, Michael.
Old days.
Yes. Yes.
The old days.
That and your voice.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I totally think that Mike could have took RoboCop. I think he could have took him. Yeah. Just saying.
Well, I wouldn't even have tried. My manager was Sylvester Stallone's bodyguard when I was Dean Martin's bodyguard. And if we get in an argument, he says, I got one more in me. He said, the only way I take you is from across the street with a 357. And so I'm not sure.
Somebody else holding that.
Say again?
Yeah. I'd say, only way I'd take you is with a 357 across the street, and I'll be paying somebody to hold the 357. I ain't doing it. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. We definitely appreciate you and your time. And I just want to show a couple pictures really quick, everyone that's paying attention. And again, take this button, share it. It keeps the information current. Tomorrow, we're going to have a lot of people literally see this who are not live right now. And that is exactly what happens on this show. So take a look here.
While these pictures are rolling, I want to say something to both you and Mike, as well as to all the listeners. We have, as American citizens, we have watched a total collapse when it came to our brothers and sisters in Maui. We saw a very similar thing happen to all of our brothers and sisters in North Carolina. And now we're watching the same thing happen to, yes, they are our brothers and sisters in California. Okay. And so here's the thing. We don't run and help somebody because of who they are. We run and help people because who the hell we are. We do that because we are Americans, and that's what we are, or we're not. You either are or you're not. And right now we have people that are in dire straits. They're in horrible situations. With what happened with Maui, with what happened with North Carolina, and what's happening right now in California. And if not us, who? The government couldn't keep the stuff from happening. The government couldn't do anything to protect the people once it happened. Don't let the government be in the way. Okay, it's up to us. Don't wait for somebody else to step forward and do the job. You say you want a better world, and be the one to step up and help us fix it. It's that simple. Okay. And that you got guys like Mr. Gregory here who's doing it. Okay. You got Tracy who's doing it. You got myself, who do the best I can with what I got to work with at that moment in time, but we cannot do it without you guys. You are the backbone of everything we do with for our entertainment, where we've been blessed to have amazing careers, but this is real life stuff. This isn't a movie. And there are people who are praying. And if you're listening right now, you just might be the tool that God can use to answer somebody's prayer. Think about that. We're going to do what we're going to do because of who we are, not because of who we think somebody else is. Amen.
Amen.
Humanity. Humanity is the word of tonight's show. Thank you for all of that. I agree with everything we're saying. I do see your messages here, everybody, especially TK here. And the reason we're doing this is because TK is the one who's orchestrated tonight's information. And so we appreciate that and appreciate getting out anything. Michael, do you have anything else you'd like to give us?
No, I just want to thank you for the platform and being able to share this information with people, and hopefully they will be able to help as well. And also help, as Uncle Ryan said, make this a better place.
Yes, sir. I totally agree. We thank you so much, not only for your service and everything that's happening there. We will make sure this gets out. We thank you for joining us on Patriots Inside the Wire. It's patriotsinsidethewire.org. Michael, you do the voiceover, so I'm not even going to try to do my voice for anything on radio or TV tonight. This is me. I'm usually like that anyway, so I'm not doing much. I'm just trying to be that vessel of information when I saw the need. So I turn around and say thank you to both of you for tonight. And Michael, it's been great to have you again. Michael Gregory, the veteran and acclaimed actor from the American Legion Hollywood Post 43. Please take care of your American Legion. Hollywood Post 43 is doing a lot out there. The World Kitchen, the chefs there, the first responders. We have a lot of people doing a lot of different pieces, but we want you to understand the animals. PasadenaHumane.org. The Warrior Heritage Foundation is another location, Warrior Heritage Foundation, that you can go to. But again, I say go to Hollywood Post 43. They're very easy to find on Instagram, Hollywood Post 43. So thank you, Michael, for joining the show tonight on Patriots Inside the Wire. It's been a pleasure having you. Sir, you don't have to stick around if you don't want to. But this is where we get into our music end of the show, and we keep our information rolling for you. You are welcome to stay on with us, of course, but I do not want to keep you.
Mike, yeah, Mike, you welcome anytime, any place I'm at, buddy. You got a seat at the table. So we're going to be just talking about the music and stuff right now, but you welcome to hang out and visit with us and give us your thoughts on that too, if you want to.
Well, it's not one of actually, my wife booked talent at Caesars for 10 years. So she has a whole better concept of music than I do. I just know what I like. And
there you go.
Well, that's Suzanne.
Absolutely.
I have to shout her name out too. Suzanne Gregory is doing a lot out there. So we want to say thank you to Suzanne. I can't wait, Michael. Someone like Suzanne, the industry she's in, that's where that was my lane. So being behind the scenes like that with our film commission and music commission offices, what Suzanne's doing, she's going to recognize when I said the hotel industry, the soaps and cleaning products. So we thank you for being here with us at Patriots Inside the Wire. And Michael, you are welcome on Patriots Inside the Wire at any time. And when we do Patriot Fest, our concert series as a tribe and a village, we will make sure that you know all about what we're doing and checking out Hollywood Post 43, the American Legion. Thank you, Michael, for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Michael Gregory.
Michael Gregory.
Thank you, Uncle Ryan. Thank you, Tracy. Thank
You're
you,
very
Patriots Inside the Wire.
Thank you, sir. I love that. Thank you for joining us. That is the American Legion Post Hollywood 43, the Humane for Pasadena, PasadenaHumane.org for the animals. There is so much that you can do. Please share, get out the information. We're not going to keep Mr. Michael Gregory. We're going to let him go, or Michael, you can stay. You just tell me, hey, I'll stay and listen, but
Well, I'll come back and listen. I'll come back and listen. I'm old, and I gotta make it to the bathroom here before too long.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not supposed to tell our secrets, Mike. Everybody knows my business too. So yeah.
Well, Michael, we'll let you go to the restroom, and Uncle Rhino and I will carry through to close out the show. So, Michael Gregory on tonight, American Legion, Hollywood Post 43, PasadenaHumane.org, Warrior Heart Foundation. Thank you for joining us tonight, Michael.
Thank you, guys. God bless you.
Thank you, sir. And we will check you out soon. All right, everybody. We are now going on to, we will keep you in as far as the information and everything that we are doing. We are now into, the screen is moving on us, everybody. There we go. We want to make sure to get you some more information tonight. Thank you, and good night. I see every message, and I have tried to get to every one of you. I ask you now to share and get out this information that's going. Tonight, Uncle Rhino co-hosts on Patriots Inside the Wire to take care of our people that are in need. We had a last-minute emergency as well, and Patriots Inside the Wire has a tribe. It is the Tuesday Tribe Show, and so tonight kicks off our Tuesday Tribe. The Tuesday Tribe will be coming to you on Tuesdays at 8:15 from Patriots Inside the Wire and multiple others. Right, Uncle? It's a village. So
that's right.
Village, yep, the village, the tribe. You froze up there.
Me, I'm so old. You never know what's happening. I could be about to fall out, or I could just have my screen frozen. It could go either way.
No, you've got it. We've got we have the song loaded now from Uncle Rhino, and Uncle Rhino. We've got the tribe checking in here. Thank you for that, Tuesday Tribe. Thank you so much. Michael is here. Michael, you just let me know over here as you know how to reach me if you want on the stage or not. We're going to go. If it's a yes, it's a got you. I've got you. Michael Gregory, thank you for joining Patriots Inside the Wire. Uncle Rhino, our Tuesday Tribe has a lot going on. I had Mr. BRC sending me multiple calls and messages that we've been doing because of what's coming up next week as well. And
tell him who BRC is for the folks who aren't.
Okay. Yeah, BRC is Billy Ray Cyrus. And I said, if you do not leave me alone, sir, I cannot go get ready to take care of the people for this. So, but we thank him because he is doing so much to give back.
Incredible. He's incredible.
He definitely is. He is giving back. We've got multiple people. It's such a list that it would be a broken heart if I tried to sit here and list people and I left one of you out. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to save that and say it's Tuesday Tribe, #Tribe with our music. Uncle Rhino, Bottle Rocket Records. Unc, you were telling Michael that, you were close in that age. I know you stepped out a bit and now you're back, and we just got your song that was just released yesterday.
Yes. And to the point with Billy Ray was extremely instrumental with pulling me out of the mothballs. I think he said for 8 months, he was like, you need to cut this, you need to do this. And I was like, no. That was our conversation. And it just kept happening just like that. No, you can't make me. I won't do it. And the thing is when anything is real, when anything's genuine, there's going to be real, genuine people who are going to respond to it. It's the old adage that light recognizes light. And it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter anything. If there's an age on singers and songwriters, if there's an age on any form of artistry, then there also needs to be an age limit on record executives and publishers. Okay, we need they need, yeah, that's how that works. It works both ways, because you don't just because you have one job doesn't mean you're suddenly smart, and the other job you have nothing to say. Often you don't have anything to say in the music industry until you've passed the arbitrary artificial age limit. And I would tell anybody out there right now, if you're a singer, a songwriter, a musician, anybody, a painter, sculptor, whatever crazy thing that you feel like makes you happy or makes people around you happy, nobody gets to tell you where your starting line is, and no fool gets to tell you where your finish line is. You go till you get tired. You tell them when you quit, and the only expiration date is the day after your obituary rolls out. Okay, that's it. Till then, give them hell and swing for the fence. And so Billy pushed on me. God bless him. The pride of Flatwoods, Kentucky. My man, Mr. BRC, he did, and I'm hard headed. He's smarter than me. I'm hard headed, but I can hear, and I finally listened, and I finally said okay. And the first thing we cut was our crazy song "Twerking with a Twang" that is, folks are just eating up on the internet, and over in Europe it went to #1 in Europe, but I haven't released it here in the United States. And my backbone of everything that I do is hardcore old school country. I'm a Waylon, left hand's Waylon, right hand's Johnny Cash, and that's just how I'm built. And so for me, coming back to my point of origin, coming back to the starting point, this was a great way for me to start again in Texas, through Texas radio, through Red Dirt Music, but we also released all around the world with Waylon for Cash. That just came out, and that song is I think right on time, because people are starting to gravitate towards the older style of music. I think it's because just like when a tree falls over, the new growth always comes from the roots. When you can only get so tall or grow in one direction so far, it becomes top heavy and falls over. And then all the new growth goes all the way back to the roots, and it comes back bigger, meaner, and stronger. And I think I saw that happen in 1989 with Dwight Yoakam, and in 86 with Randy Travis and Keith Whitley. And those guys, Steve Warner, beautiful, amazing. And then Alison Krauss came into the 90s, and you had all these phenomenal artists and talent. Billy Ray came out. You had Clint Black, Alan Jackson. Okay, they just changed it back. They reset it and rebooted it. And of course, straight King George has always been King George. So you can set a watch to him, man. He's been the heartbeat of Texas and country music forever, and God bless him for that. Well, I can rock with the best rock bands. I can, like, legit. We have. And I can do all that, but my heart is going right back to Johnny, going right back to Waylon, Willie, Keith Whitley. That's my jam. And so we took it back to the beginning with this one, Waylon for Cash. And I hope everybody likes it. If they can stream, share it with everybody. It was written for them. They're the rock stars in every song. It's written for them. So take it, make it yours. Send me TikTok clips of you dancing in the honky tonk. Let me see y'all cutting up, because it was written to be your soundtrack.
Definitely. I totally agree. And what we'll do here is we actually have that song for you, and we'll give you some pictures of what's going on out there in California and others with Uncle Rhino, who's joining us. That song is Waylon for Cash. Uncle Rhino. Check out Uncle Rhino, just like you can check out Hollywood Post 43 on Instagram. It's very easy these days to check out anything, honestly. You can just literally go to Uncle Rhino, your website. I mean, we can just go to Uncle Rhino's music. He is on Spotify. He is on streaming platforms. Let me say this. I have to say this. When it comes to our music industry, if you have got to create a playlist, when you create that playlist and you have added an artist on that playlist, then they get the credit. In a digital era, so many things have changed in the way that things work. And in the music industry, please create a playlist that says Patriots. Create one that says Patriots Inside the Wire. Create one that says Tuesday Tribe. Whatever yours is. If you're never even going to listen to that song again, you can do a favor. Just add it to a playlist. That is how you support your artists, especially your independent artists. I have Waylon for Cash loaded up for us right now. And yes, Michael definitely has a heart of gold, and TK for over 40 years has done so much with Mr. Michael Gregory. He is standing by. He hears every word that we're saying. He's usually the voice, everybody, not me. He is usually that voice. Call of Duty and other things. He is the voice that you will hear. And we thank him for that, for the California fires. Uncle Rhino, Waylon for Cash is the new song release. #Tribe. I've got that song loaded up here. I'll get you the song out, everybody. I can see your messages coming in at me. I can see where you're tuning in. Thank you for doing so. Again, Waylon for Cash. Check out.
Number four. Waylon.
I've got right up above your head there, sir. Literally, your left, my right on the screen, on the actual screen in front of you. So it will be above your head, and I will make sure that it stays right there. It says Waylon for Cash right up there. You've got your own logo. It's your logo, actually. I did not create it. I definitely like to make sure our artists are taken care of and things that are theirs in the digital era. Please create that playlist. Again, it is Waylon for Cash. Stand by. I'm going to grab some information for you while we play you that song.
I'm up here wailing for cash. I'm putting on a show and I'm trying to make a splash for those who might be jonesing for a country smash. I'm up here wailing for cash. I'm hearing everywhere that country music's gone, but I think she's just reloading and it won't be long till honky tonks are open with people packed inside. I'm shining up these boots and getting ready for the ride, 'cause I'm up here wailing for cash. I'm putting on a show and I'm trying to make a splash for those who might be jonesing for a country smash. I'm up here wailing for cash. Oh, silly. This way of life will make you haggard over time, but I choose to earn my paycheck with these rowdy friends of mine. And a way of life that's loveless, I'll tell it to you straight. Beneath this neon rainbow, I don't hesitate, 'cause I'm up here wailing for cash. I'm putting on a show and I'm trying to make a splash for those who might be jonesing for a country smash. I'm up here wailing for cash for those who might be jonesing for a country smash. Well, I'm up here wailing for cash.
Right up here again. I'm going to pull this down. That is Waylon for Cash. Tonight, the song Waylon, the number four for Cash. Waylon for Cash by Uncle Rhino. We've got comments coming in. We are so thankful to you. Thank you to TK. Uncle Rhino, we just got your song out there. Well, sir, I like your song. I love it. I love Waylon with the number 4. It keeps wanting to pull you out. I'm trying to make you like the main person on the screen here.
Well, I think the I think the internet's allergic to me. It only likes pretty people. I had a friend of mine, Megan. She put up a funny meme that said, "I remember when," she said, "What did the meme say?" It said, "I remember when country music was sung by ugly people. It was so much better back then." And I started laughing, and I sent her a comment on Facebook that said, "I'm trying to wiggle back in as fast as I can." And she, of course, she's dying laughing. But that's, I think the internet's allergic to me.
Nah, I don't think they're allergic. I think that, technology is one of those things that, it's not a perfect situation. We've got so many people that are living by technology nowadays. So when you're living by technology, we just want to make sure that we, for the artists, the musicians, we have got to tell you not just that, anything that's going on. Like we were talking about Hollywood Post 43, you can go to Instagram. Checking out Uncle Rhino on his platforms. His website is very easy to do. You're going to add a playlist that says PITW. There you go. Patriots Inside the Wire. PITW playlist for your musicians. Your Tuesday Tribe. Tonight is Tuesday. The Tuesday Tribe has been here as a village for the people tonight, Mr. Uncle Rhino. We are thanking you for being a co-host tonight as we're taking care of our people. Uncle, we have to say this for the tribe tonight with Mr. Michael Gregory out of Hollywood Post 43. You can go to on Instagram again, the American Legion, Mr. Michael Gregory. We have a musician. Her name is Bad Apple Ella. She was supposed to be on the show tonight. She is out there in California, a very young artist who sings, and they are without power, literally. She has nothing. She said, I can't believe this. I can't, soon I won't even be able to use my phone right now, but I'm just not going to be able to do that. Be sure you get the information out and let everybody know how bad it is. So now you've got this young artist who's probably got a few dollars in her pocket trying to figure out, oh my goodness, now what do I do and where do I go? So I know that Uncle Rhino has Mrs. Ella taken care of. So that is Bad Apple Ella for her music. We want to make sure that you send out those prayers too, because she was supposed to be on tonight with Mr. Michael Gregory. And because of the fires, she could not make it. So, Unc, you know her well. So I wanted to let you know that she tried. She did get us a message, but she's without power. And
people have been, civil. The thing that we live in, everyone's reality is false. It's just false. It literally takes 48 hours, and the world can go crazy. The whole world. And we have become such a group of people, a species who, in the cities at least, we always think someone else is going to save us. Someone else is going to fix us. And even if you are someone who doesn't think that way, the people around you who are the community that you would try to help initially, and it's out of fear, they will turn on you to try to take what you have that you properly did to prepare for a disruption. They will turn on you. The very people you would want to protect will become the very people that you have to protect you and yours from. And that is just such a reality. I've seen it happen over and over again. And when a tragedy like everything that Mike was discussing, when it happens, you see the worst of humanity manifest initially. But it's always dark right before the light shows up. And when you look at the midnight sky with no clouds and there's 100 billion stars that are blinking, it doesn't mean that the darkness is taking over. It means the light's winning. Okay. It shows up only when you're in a dark place. If everything was all light, you wouldn't be noticed. If everything was made out of light, you got to have dark places to shine. And that's what happens with people. When it gets really dark, that's when it activates in certain people. And when it activates, I swear to y'all, it's like some kind of divine architecture. When it's a design, when it kicks off, it starts reminding all the other lights who they really are, and they start sparking and firing up, and then it is on. And that's where we're about to be. We're still in the chaos part right now out there. So once they're still trying to figure out how bad they're, it's horrible, but to what point, to what boundary, to what extent, who's missing, who's been recovered, who's been found. They're still in the question phase. And that's happening to them out there. Once they get their feet underneath them, that's when the real devastation and the quiet really happens, because you see all these things that happen with Maui, and then, a month, 2 months later, nobody's talking about it anymore. That's when the real pain. It's like a funeral. Everybody shows up and loves you at a funeral, and then 48 hours after the funeral, the house is quiet, and that's where the real pain sets in. It's you're distracted with all the and running on the adrenaline with everything during the time of emergency, or we've got to get things done or whatever. But once you get in that quiet place and you're just looking at what used to be that's not there anymore, or who used to be that's not there anymore, that's when the real devastation hits. And that is when the lights start shining and they start standing up. The public conversation will move somewhere else, but you got real heroes like Mike and his wife, who are right there elbow deep in it, who are not doing it for the cameras. They do their best work, obviously, when the cameras aren't rolling, and they're out there killing it, and I'm super proud of these guys, and I'm super proud of that American Legion for stepping up and being just that, American Legion, just what the name said,
Exactly. And so I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people don't understand what an American Legion really is, Uncle Rhino. And so, as your definition, what are you going to tell those listening right now when you hear the word American Legion?
It's a rally point. For me, it's a rally point. Okay, it's to stand for those who've fallen. It's to honor to those who have given everything and had nothing left to give. Okay. And it's to say, here's to you, bud. I don't know why we're both still sitting here, but we are. And here's to us. And here's to everyone who made sure me and you could be right here to make this toast.
That is true. Again, the animals and everything else, and having you on, Waylon, the number 4 cache, the number 4 in it is on fire, literally. So ironically, tonight came together just as it should have. So when people pull together and they decide to focus on the important things in life rather than keyboard warriors, trolling, come on, let's get back to the basics of humanity, the heartbeat of the community. And when you do that, you will be taking care of people. That's just the most basic concept that we can have. And Uncle Rhino, I usually don't do it. I did pull up a picture of a group of soldiers over in a location due to OPSEC. I will not be mentioning anything, but that is how I know how you can get soaps and products so easily from the hotel industry. We have the people that are signing on a line, less than 1% actually. And then the amount is very high. It's above 85%. And we'll be talking about this tomorrow night on Wednesday Warriors. It is our Wednesday military show. It is Patriots Inside the Wire. We have had a success at changing a policy, initiating a law, legislation, and changing a Army policy with the NDAA. That is not easy. That is very, very hard. That is from Mama Bears, who literally have been just going back and saying, this is not okay. And you can do this. Anyone out there listening right now, listen, I don't care if someone's in a position of political, president, celebrity. We are all people. Let's get back to the basics. I put on my pants the same way, or whatever it is. We all have a heartbeat inside of us. That's what I get back to. The picture I'm about to show you is a picture that has all 3 in it right here. Caleb there is on your left. If you're viewing the screen and you're looking at this, my son is in the middle and we have another soldier there. And without talking to his mother, I don't want to mention anything. But the Smitty check will be on tomorrow night for that. And again, up here at Fort Hood, you have so much going on, and we will be bringing you more about that too with the Tuesday Tribe. So your American Legion is literally the American heartbeat of those who have served, and they're serving in the community now. They serve in the community to take care of those. You do not have to be a veteran to go volunteer and take care of people. Actually, Uncle, did you know that the American Legion Hollywood Post 43, it has a speakeasy down in it? It is very iconic for holding some of our film industry and music's most iconic scenes, literally right there at that American Legion. So number one way to support our service members, our first responders, and the community. So thank you so much again for everyone here joining us tonight. Waylon for Cash, number 4, Waylon for Cash, the song. Please be sure and add that to a playlist. Your Tuesday Tribe, it is Tuesday tonight. Tuesday Tribe will be ongoing with Uncle Rhino's tribe. I'm building a village. I had been building a village of patriots, and we will continue to do so. It takes the community, but it obviously is very, very close at heart with me when it comes to our service members and the Gold Star families. And a lot of people don't understand that name. We don't have to go there tonight. I'll get more into that tomorrow night. But we want to make sure we will. We will. The Gold Star families, you know, Uncle, as you know, you're part of my family. Understanding that picture I pulled up was my son, Sergeant Two Step. So as an active duty service member, if you're gone and you've been serving active duty and your mother, for instance, gets a knock on the door, that's what the military, you're seeing the real heartbeat of me right now. If you're looking behind me too. My heart has to get out there and do something about what we need to do. So tonight, that is why we decided to build the Tuesday Tribe and jump in here for the California Wildfires. Uncle Rhino, the tribe, #tribe, Waylon for Cash, put it on a playlist. That is the easiest way to help. And let's take care of our people, right? That's as simple as it can be. And I know with Mr. Michael Gregory, you know, he has done so many things in regards to the music industry himself, in the Academy of Country Music, the CMAs. Oh my goodness, so many things. And the American Legion there, we want to make sure we take care of our American Legions. Post 40 is Hollywood Post 43. Again, very easy to find if you go on Instagram. Uncle Rhino's very easy to find on all of these social platforms. And of course, his website is one of the easiest ways. If you go to Spotify, if you go to anywhere that you can listen to a song or anywhere that you can watch a show, whether your videos, Uncle Rhino on YouTube, you've got your music videos. The easiest thing you can do is go to YouTube and check that out. Very easy these days. Let's take care of our people, right?
That's right. The label that we've created, and it's a work in progress. I've been using myself as the test guinea pig, and that's very expensive, y'all. It'd be much more lucrative if I use somebody pretty, but I'm not going to push anybody out into the fire if I don't know where all the flames are coming from. I'm old school bull that way. I've got to walk through the house and see where the problems are going to be before I send anybody else through the hallway. You know what I mean? I've got to learn where the danger is and what's working and not working. And so I've been using myself to go through this. We dropped the 2 albums, The Voices in My Head and New West. Those 2 albums we dropped both have 12 songs on them. We dropped them in the first 90 days I stepped out of retirement. And since I'd always had labels, I didn't know what to do. I just dropped the music and sat there looking at it. So then we started the process. Okay, well, I guess I need this, and I need this, 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 and this. And then since I have this, now I need this, this, and this. And we started putting everything together, and the attorneys and the trademarking people and everything. We just started building this whole entity and this machine, because this road is not for me to travel on. There's people that you've been contacted by over the last 48 hours, Tracy, the Dale Penners from Nickelback, Billy Ray Cyrus. These are people who are all building a better world. And we're pushing this together so that all the people who come behind us, there's some phenomenal bands in Texas, Broken Arrow, Howard County, Katie Beth is Mim is phenomenal. You're going to have there's just so many. Bad Boy Leroy, he's the rowdy one. Everybody's got to have one in the family. You've got, these are all the indie artists, but you've got, I've got Broken Arrow. I've got all these Bubba Wesley, Sonny Sauceda. Sonny, him, his family, Tejan, incredible. We got these beautiful people, and then that's just in Texas. So we start branching out. Well, you've got Bad Apple Ella in LA. You've got Seraphia. You've got everyone from our Springboard project. It's the brainchild of Barry Coughing. And it's so phenomenal because Springboard, for y'all that don't know it, is like a mobile South by Southwest. It's not just a place that goes and sits in one location. We're traveling around the United States, and when we do set down, it's for a week on an entire city. Fort Worth is going to be happening this year. New Orleans got it last year. Houston got it last year. Memphis got it last year. And we move in and we take over the old historic music sections, take it over. Took over Beale Street, took over the French Quarter. We're going to come to the stockyards. We're hitting Baton Rouge this year. Eventually we'll be making our way all the way to the East Coast. And Barry's doing San Diego. So we got Springboard West. So he's doing San Diego right now also. But, this is something that we're doing this to all for these indie artists. Delta Circle, Nadia Vey. You've had Nadia, Celeste Marie,
yes.
Bree Carter. These phenomenal. And for y'all, if you don't know the names that I'm telling you, hold on. Just stick around. Follow my page and I'll introduce you. Forget the old guy. I'm just bringing the good looks to the party. No, you hang around on my page for a minute, and I'll show you some of the most talented people that are just amazing. And that's what I'm about, lifting everybody else up. So,
that's right, Uncle. And they're all going to be on the show. So on Inside the Wire's Tuesday Tribe, all of these names you mentioned, Nickelback, yes. We are working out something right now. We do have multiple people, and we are getting back to them, and we are scheduling them to come in, and a lot of independent artists that are trying to figure out, what do we do in this digital era? So we are coming together for that as well. So I'm glad you went there to name out some names. I just want to let them know that I am getting back to them, and we'll be scheduling them for the Tuesday Tribe. I think we should wrap it up now, so that everybody gets their information. What I'd like to do is roll out. But Uncle Rhino, I do have a song that I'm being messaged about that is yours.
Uh-oh.
And yep, I've got some messages here. I have a song here, and it is called Twerking. Let me do my country. Hold on.
Yes.
It's called Twerking with a Twang.
Yes. Me and Billy Ray.
Oh, is it? Okay. Well, then it's you and Billy Ray Cyrus. Okay. Well, I've gotten several messages from a veteran musician. Literally, he's a veteran. And he is saying, my wife literally wants to hear this song. And have you heard of Twerking with a Twang? And yes, I have a country voice, and I'm just masking it right now for you. But Twerking with a Twang, Uncle Rhino, I actually have not heard that one. If you want to play it for this veteran family, I'm all about it. And then we will wrap up and make sure everybody remembers.
Our veterans go to the front of the line, whatever they want, they get.
let's give them this song. It is Twerking with a Twang with Mr. Uncle Rhino right here. And again, on Patriots Inside the Wire, patriotsinsidethewire.org. You can check out our stations. However, we are live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Tuesday is our tribe. Wednesday, you are going to have music on every night, but you are going to have your Patriot stories that are going on in our country, that we have one for you tomorrow night. And then we have information we will give you about the inauguration. We did not want to do that right now. We decided to take care of our people in California, and I'm glad that we did that. Mr. Michael Gregory, we thank him, and Mrs. Suzanne Gregory. Let me say that, because Suzanne was the first one to yell, hey, World Kitchen, Pasadena Humane.org. She definitely, immediately, I could tell that Suzanne is a person who has been involved in her community for quite some time volunteering. And so we appreciate it when we find the true heartbeat in a community, and they're not someone that's on your normal mainstream media TV screen, because they're not getting that credit, because they're not looking for the credit. They're looking for the people. We are about the people. So on this show at Patriots Inside the Wire, for the people, by the people, we thank you so much for Mrs. Suzanne Lewis Gregory. Again, Suzanne Lewis Gregory, for all of her service and her work and what is going on in California. We're going to switch it up on you here for a second. This song is Twerking with a Twang, Mr. Uncle Rhino. I'm going to leave you up there as we grab this one. There's the comments again. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. Mrs. Loria, we love you. Tomorrow night, Miss Lori, you don't want to miss that story. And her darling child right there in the picture with her. Every time I say her daughter's name, she just is so happy. So it's good to see you, Tree of Valor. Tree of Valor, I will be in touch. They are a partner to me, which means they're part of the tribe. Tree of Valor, we've got to get them included. So I am not just military, everyone. I really want to point that out. Just like I mentioned the American Legion, Hollywood Post 43, this show is about people. Patriots stands for good people. Or if you're someone that's looking for help, or actually if you're in dire need, please call 988. I mean, I would much rather sit on a phone with someone than someone send me an invitation to go to a funeral. I'm sorry to tell you that I cannot, after having been at one for my own child serving. So there's so much we can do to help each other, and it begins with the people. So, all right. We're going to switch it up and not keep you too much longer, but Twerking with a Twang has been requested. And I can't wait, because apparently I've got a wife over here with a veteran who's saying, you don't understand. Play this song, you'll understand it. So Uncle Rhino, this is part of Billy Ray Cyrus as well.
Yes, he and I co-wrote it together. If you haven't seen the music video, it's an animated music video that's hilarious. It's awesome.
Okay. Well, Twerking, you want me to use my all right. Twerking with a Twang. Twerking with a Twang. There you go. Twerking with a Twang. Here we go. The music video is on YouTube. So Uncle Rhino, you can check him out for this music video. We are going to play for you Twerking with a Twang.
She walks into the Bahama, rocking blue jeans, shorts, and scuffed up Tony Llamas. Turning heads all around the room. She hits the
her butt.
It broke your audio, I think. I can't hear you.
Okay, you are
There
correct.
you are.
I think my mouth was like,
It's got you warbled. Hold on. I think that, see, I told you I break the internet every time I do stuff. It's just like it goes crooked. It goes very crooked. Yeah, the internet.
Well, what I will say is I absolutely enjoyed it. I saw the Tree of Valor's message. I did see her. She says, oh my gosh, I love it. And so this is an audience that I bet you normally wouldn't find that's going to go, what in the world? And so I'm happy to bring you all of our independent artists, everything that is going on tonight with Patriots Inside the Wire.org, taking care of our community and our people. We need to do this. So again, tonight, Mr. Michael Gregory has been on in regards to the California wildfires, and Hollywood Post 43, PasadenaHumane.org. Please take care of our people. The Warrior Heritage Foundation. Please check out Warrior Heritage Foundation. And again, tonight, co-hosting on Tuesday Tribe, Mr. Uncle Rhino. Wailing for Cash, a new song release, #Tribe. We're going to roll out right now on Patriots Inside the Wire. Join us tomorrow night on Wednesday. We have something for you. You will not hear anyone else. We want you to understand what is going on here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching another episode of Patriots Inside the Wire, hosted by Gold Star Mom, Tracy Two-Step. Help us broaden our reach. Like, subscribe, and share.